Welcome back, guys. When I stopped the recording the last time, what was I doing? I entered the cave, yeah. So, basically now I'm even deeper in the caves. Well, the last time I saw the quote I couldn't read, and I put it in the video that it was quote from the Bible. So yeah, I was listening to the music. It's kinda attractive. Wait a minute.
I wish I could have known Donnelly in this place. We would have had so much to debate. Did he paint these stones or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea? Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken aerial in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
Yeah, he is pissed. And so, yeah, I just made a fool of myself. I said I went even deeper into the fucking caves, and here I am. I'm not in the fucking caves anymore. And as for the paintings on the what is called these rocks, even the main character doesn't know who made them. Let's go investigate over here. So yeah, it was the quote from the Bible, and I tried to investigate and maybe find out what it means, but can I go there? Oh, apparently not. Do I Oh, that's kinda scary. It's one of the reasons why I kinda afraid of seas and stuff in real life. I can't swim, and basically what I'm afraid of is that when you're in the water there is virtually no way to protect yourself from whatever weird creatures might attack you. I know that all these monsters and stuff. This candle is fucking huge. It's like the size of my palm. So yeah, I understand that all the sea monsters and stuff are just made up stories, but still I kinda hate being unable to protect myself from whatever comes from beyond. And that's the reason I kinda afraid of space, because it's so vast and there is nothing there. Is there anyone here? Is anybody home? Hello? Oh, I'm walking in circles, but I want to go up there. There are no chances I will find something like a fuse there, but I still want to investigate. And I'm not going into the water again. It was too dark and too scary for me, even in this game. Even though I understand that no one can fucking attack me, because why would anything attack me if I can't like protect myself in any way? Even in fucking Amnesia you can hide in the closets or just run away. You can't run or hide in this game. So you just basically walk. And I don't think there will be monsters and scary stuff. It's more like a psychological game, but still I don't feel safe around water. So yeah, I've seen a couple of people writing about the game without spoilers, of course, and apparently no one really knows who the Esther is and what happened, like why did she die, and who the Donnelly is, and whether this island is real or not, and what the fuck is going on in this fucking game. Well, sorry. The game is really, really cool. I can say that for sure. And are these... Wait a second. Are these pictures of the car crash? Why would someone take pictures of the car crash and...
I returned home with a pocket full of stolen ash. Half of it fell out of my coat and vanished into the car's upholstery, but the rest I carefully stowed away in a box I kept in a drawer by the side of my bed. It was never intended as a meaningful act, but over the years it became a kind of talisman. I'd sit still, quite still for hours, just holding the diminishing powder in my palm and noting its smoothness. In time we will all be worn down into granules, washed into the sea and dispersed.
Wait a second. These are medical equipment and drugs, and he was talking about injuring his leg, and the only thing that made him conscious is drugs. And is this it? Is it like the leg injury wasn't his memory and maybe he read it in the Donnelly's book, or am I just walking in circles like maybe the Dark Tower by Stephen King? Is it like I approach the end of my journey and the journey basically starts over? That would be somehow... Well, it wouldn't be that great ending in any other game I've played, but in the context of this game where nothing is like... nothing is... you can understand nothing, it will make some sense actually. Do I go? No, apparently not. Wait, I thought he told he was going to the beacon stuff, and he obviously isn't, because I was on the other side of this hill. Is it like I just came through the hill like Bilbo? I don't know. And what is with this place? What is it like? Is it like a dock? Did the ships came here and deliver? What was that sound right now? I hope you can hear the sound, because I kind of played silent, but...
There were chemical diagrams on the mug he gave me coffee in, sticky at the handle where his hands shook. He worked for a pharmaceutical company with an office based on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. He'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter, forming a strategic vision for the peddling of antacid yogurt to the European market. You could trace the connections with your finger, join the dots, and whole new compounds would be summoned into activity.
First of all, who is he? Who gave him up? Is it like the person you were talking about in the first episode? Like when he came to his friend and they would... Wait a second. Now that I've mentioned the person he said he visited in the first episode, he said that he didn't come for apology, and is it like the person is somehow connected to the car crash? And well, this is obviously something from the Bible, light from heaven shone around him. is it... will it have like some connection to what's going to happen to me in the next several minutes or something? Oh, yeah, I've forgotten. I haven't finished my thoughts about the Bible quote from the previous one. So, I've tried to find the meaning of the quote, like what could it mean in the context. And apparently Damascus wasn't referred.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Wow. It's like the first thing he said that actually made sense. There are really paper ships, not paper boats. Can I try to read one of these? Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't read it. Maybe some of you can, but I just can't read something like that. And so yeah, Damascus wasn't apparently referring to the city itself, but to the whole empire. And on a sudden, light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. Light from heaven. Can I say, is this thing is like the light of heaven? Because I don't know, he is going there apparently, and heaven is like the final destination for us, for basically people. And it seems like I'm finally, at long last, going there. I hope I will not be forced to go into another cave, because not...
When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they resuscitated him by hitting him in the chest with stones gathered by the roadside. He was lifeless for 21 minutes, certainly long enough for the oxygen levels in his brain to have decreased and caused hallucinations and delusions of transcendence. I'm running out of painkillers, and the moon has become almost unbearably bright.
No, it's not. And you're not on painkillers. Stop saying that. Even if you are, I haven't seen you doing something like that, and you can't even see the moon from here. If anything, the light of the candle must be unbearable for you. It's much brighter than the moon. Go. Why would someone lit the candle here? There is nothing here. There were photos of the car crash on the previous one. Not previous, but before. Now it's just pointless. This game makes less and less sense. It should be another way around. It should be like, at first I don't understand anything, and then over the time I start...
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
Alright, this made some sense, I guess. So, from what I understand to this point, Esther was like a wife or something very close to the old man, and she died in a car crash, and apparently some friend of his was kinda involved in it, and he doesn't hate this friend, but I don't know. The quotes in this one, as he was proceeding on his journey, they made some sense in the context of the game, because, well, I believe we can assume the light from the heaven is the beacon, and I do indeed proceed on my journey. But Damascus in the... it could have been referring to the whole empire. So Damascus was taken, it's basically the falling of the empire, and basically no one understands what does it mean, so I can just make up my own theory and was come near to Damascus. Alright, the theory I haven't yet told you is apparently not entirely true. And wait a second. And he was...
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
You're not helping me, like, in any way. So, and he was 3 days without light or sight. I believe sight. Sorry for the pause, this looks magnificent. I mean, look at that. This is so cool looking. So anyway, the other part. And neither did he. And neither did he eat nor drink. Alright, that makes sense. So let me just try to grasp the reality of this game. Damascus was fallen, has fallen, and the light from the heaven shone, and the man has fallen to his feet, and then he went to Damascus, and he was he didn't eat or drink, and he was blind. And
the stones in my stomach will weigh me down and ensure my descent is true and straight. I will break through the fog of these godforsaken pills and achieve clarity. All my functions are clogged, all my veins are choked. If my leg doesn't rot off before I reach the summit, it will be a miracle. There are 21 connections in the circuit diagram of the anti-lock brakes. There are 21 species of gull inhabiting these islands. It is 21 miles between the Sandford Junction and the turn-off for home. All these things cannot, will not be a coincidence.
he is despaired. He really is. Is he afraid he will not make it? Like this whole thing, this whole journey is to, as he said, sail on the paper boat and turn the boat into the plane and fly and be with Esther again. And now he is afraid he can not make it. And it came to pass that as in I made my journey and was some I need to the grass is making it difficult for me to read, and I'm afraid I can fall. And as come night, it was so there were no difficulties for me to read the previous ones in this episode. Now I just can't understand what it says and ask in my country that I will do the same last time. I can only make the no. Oh wait. Suddenly the shown from heaven, or is it heaven, a great light round about me, and could not see for the
blind with panic, deaf with the roar of the caged traffic, heart stopped on the road to Damascus. Paul sat at the roadside, hunched up like a gull, like a bloody gull, as useless and as doomed as a syphilitic cartographer, a dying goatherd, an infected leg, a kidney stone, blocking the traffic bound for Sandford and Exeter. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all. All his roads and his tunnels and his paths led inevitably to this moment of impact. This is not a recorded natural condition. He should not be sat there with his chemicals and his circuit diagrams. He should not be sat there at all.
Alright, all I've said up to this point about this game not making sense, and making less and less sense as it goes on, I take it back. So I couldn't see for the glory that light bring. For that light being led by the hand of them. I this game makes more sense if you know the Bible. That when with me, were with me. So. Came into Damascus. All right. So here I am in Damascus. What should I expect? Should I expect holy light from the heaven? Will it be something good?
I am the Ariel. In my passing, I will send news to each and every star. Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an Ariel, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
It was Dear Esther. I really like this game. There is a lot of things I didn't understand, and now as I'm reading more stuff about the game, I realize how much I've missed, and maybe I will replay it, but well, obviously I will not record it. And I recommend everyone to buy the game. It's on sale on Steam right now, but I believe by the time I upload this video, the sale will be over. but maybe it will be on sale again during the Christmas. I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye!